Indian news ma wakɔ aba assign de ba wɔn kasa fidie so bio. Na maka trust before anything else na just our share na ebiem nso kwa na wo subscribe to your channel no. What's the political news there? Never governance. We catch you sa pani put for ma yet. Na pani to for ma yet there. Ani na nsɛm foforɔ bi nso asan esi. Benim sɛ what the nsɛm ade bɛn nyinaa na ya na ya wote na ya wɔhwɛ na ya wɔfɛ nso so. Nti no nsɛm foforɔ bi asi a India news yan so pani yɛ tɔ for me baabi yɛ ti nyinaa akyi no yɛn nsa atumi aka bi na yaso nso atumi ate saa nsɛm bi. Yɛn tie nsɛm mmra sisi a na mpanimfoɔ mpo sɛ kakum no yɛgye no kɔkɔɔ anum. Deɛ ba before that no subscribe to your channel no. Sabeka all other news ɛfa politics one deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ wotie no ɛho. Etie ba ebe baabi a susu anso pɛ so de bɔde ho fa. Na deɛ asie bia no nso fa comment nso to aseɛ na yɛn kenkan mfama wo deɛ ready na ɛmɛkɔ. Yɛn tie nsɛm mmra sisi a wotie no fa comment to aseɛ ba deɛ mfa nkyɛmu no nso nto aso. Yɛn tie mmra.
And so we are talking about after December of 2024. What do you say?
Something. Before I even move to the substantive issue, let me extend my deepest condolence to Sampi Yali,
his family.
His family, the Yali family. I contested him as SIC president. He was SIC president of the Ghana School of Law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's done so much for the party and himself. And also one of my mates, Adipa, Joseph Adipa, he's also being buried today. That's why I'm in black.
Okay.
And at the same time, let's come to the living. I think the Minister for Government Communication, today is his birthday, that of the Lands.
Oh, Felix.
Yes, the Lands Minister also. And the former First Lady, Nadu Mills. I think that I wish them the best of their day. Samson, looking at this whole issue, I think that when we look at what Brett Simmons has done, it is more of putting the law and the financial laws together. What the National Security and Intelligence Act, what he did. So I think it would be unfair for my brother Miracles to say that it's all assumptions.
Oh, wow.
Because what he stated, most of it was the law, how the accounts and everything, the law guides it.
Because I'm saying that based on the ifs. They were all ifs. So proceed so that he doesn't take your space.
Yeah. So those are the things. And you see, the issue we are discussing today is about the love letter he wrote whilst he was in jail. And when
custody.
He was in, custody.
Looking to level up your...
When I saw it, I cringed. I was like, this guy is being defended by one of the consummate lawyers we have in this country. My learned friend, Atachia. And if I saw what he had written, it presupposed that would have been his defense. That this money you are accusing me of, this is how the money was used and it was authorized. So I've not stolen any money. So I cringed. I was like, sometimes as a lawyer, what your client wants to do, you don't have the final decision. Maybe he had. But if I was, or at least maybe attached, I don't think this would have come into public domain.
Really?
Yes, because...
everything before they were put in court was put in the public. So he too has a right to reach out to the public.
He has a right.
Even if it's classified information, right?
Yes. But you see, that even brings another dimension to it. Because if you were a security couple, when taking office, you've taken the oath of secrecy. When leaving office, you also take an oath. And once you divulge the information in the performance of your duty against that oath, it comes with punishment.
Performance of which duty? He's no more there.
No. It's in the National Security Intelligence Act. It was in the Act. It's here. You see, oath of secrecy on leaving office.
You said performance of duty.
It's here. It's here. Have resigned from the appointment or have appointment terminated by internal external. Do hereby in the name of somebody, I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal a matter to a person which is considered by me or came to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, save as may be required or permitted by law. And there's a punishment when you divulge that. So looking at it even from that perspective alone, that what you have said when you were not authorized also brings another thing that you may be taking on. So that's why I'm looking at that perspective.
And it's not on stealing.
No, because you have divulged some information that is not supposed to be. Now, I would say, looking at what has come out, yes, he has rights, procedural rights. He has decided to put this information, and we are interrogating the information. If he has, it is duly authorized. This money was disbursed, and he says it's duly authorized by his bosses. I don't think then there is no case. And I'm sure the Attorney General, in doing the investigation, and others would have had this information. And you see, the supervising body of the National Signals Bureau, by their own act, Section 4 says it's the National Security Council, which is chaired by the President. And also it talks in Section 5 of National Signals Bureau that when it comes to policy directives, policy everything, it is national security. The minister would have to give you approve those policies. Now, when you even come to Section 13 of the National Signals Bureau, they have legal directorates, they have finance and administration. So there's no way you can disburse all this money and say that once you say it is authorized, the finance department will not know about the money, the National Security Coordinator will not know, the minister. So if this is his defense, he should wait and have his day in court. Now this brings us, so for me, all that he has brought about saying that it is authorized, and this is the national security thing they were bringing to the public domain, so be it if he had followed the lay down. And don't forget that the National Security, the Security Intelligence Act, also they have an operational account with Bank of Ghana. And Parliament has to always approve their budget. They approve their budget. It is only when some information is required. So Parliament has, they always say it's an unaccountable impress that is sent, but it must follow the rules, the laws. So that is why they must be approved. The Auditor General, as we have said, also audits the account. So it's not like you use any money anyhow. They have to audit the account. Now, if you look at it, all he was saying, and I always advise my clients sometimes, you see, when you are accused or you are put arraigned before the court, the first and foremost is that you must consider your interest. You are individual. It's not about the party. But once you start putting in political spokes, that it becomes like a political potato to play. At the end of the day, it is not the party that will go with you. The party will follow you. They will come to court. But at the end of the day, when they say you are guilty, you are going alone. The party will retire. They will go on. The whole press conference, we disagree. But it's about you. So I always tell clients that when you have issues that has political undertone, be careful the way you go. They will come and shout. They are devotees, they are supporters. They will come and do. So now this also brings, so when you say we gave money to political opponents or opposition parties, what I know they do is that they are more of complementers and collaborators, so that it is a number of games. So that when we are able to collaborate with you, and we have seen it all over every time it happens, they bring the smaller parties together so that they can oppose, and government always does that.
So your suspicion is that this money he speaks about giving to political parties, opposition parties, would not have gone to NDC?
No. NDC has denied. And even money It has denied that they never got any communication. What I know national security would sometimes do is to plant their people within the political parties. They give them, and so that they gather information, intelligence. While they purport, we are giving you something to some of the party members, which may not be even disclosed to the party leadership, so that they can get some information and intelligence. Now, once you say you've given money to the parliamentarians, right? This is a standard thing that happened. And I spoke to some of the parliamentarians. What happens is that they always have budgets to approve some of the LIs, the laws, and the rest. So when you come and you don't want delay within what has to be done, what they tell you is that the Ministry of Finance hasn't released money for us to do what we are to do. But if your agency wants this to be approved speedily, what you have to do is, if you can finance it from your budget, IGF, it is up to you. This is our budget. When we go out, this is the per diem. This is what it entails. So if you are ready as an institution that this should be done for you, they give you the budget and you pay it to Parliament. At the end of the day, the members who sit. So when you come and you say, I gave money to parliamentarians, it's not as if it is a bribe that you have given to them. This is the procedure I understood. Now, when you also talk about, I've given money to the aides, we all know who are the aides to the president. People, the staffers who were in his office, somebody took money, which we have not heard, or names have not been mentioned up to date, right? And I think that at the time, we knew Joyce Bauer was the aide and Felix was the aide. I think the two of them have denied that they never had any money for... Yes, they never had any money.
That's what everybody denies at the first
Yes,
instance.
so there will be records. So
Yes,
if there are records, there are payments, there are receipts, we will all get to know.
Yes.
Now, my last point on this issue...
Your last point, but I asked a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying for us to not do the same thing we have heard over the period since this, secret thing was released.
Yeah.
There are timelines about what must have happened. As we are aware, this account in question was closed in 2023.
Yes.
So if we are talking about the issues that are forming the basis for the courts, you don't even bring in this December 2024 matter.
Exactly.
Correct?
Correct.
Why not?
Now,
Because I'm looking at us being able to isolate the issues so that we don't do a general thing that buries and doesn't help
You
our
can't
audience.
isolate the issues if you don't have all the...
We can isolate them,
can't.
even now.
You don't have all the information,
Samson,
so you can't.
Samson, I think that
You don't have all
what
the
happens
information.
is that in doing this, bringing the issues of 2020 to 2023, that has been done. You are opening the Pandora box. You have opened.
He didn't open it. The attorney didn't.
No, he wrote a letter. The Attorney General didn't state that it was
came to crucify him in
2020.
public.
What the Attorney General stated was that in 2024, this was the money that went into your account. And now you are saying that even 2020-21, this is what the money was used
Attorney
for.
General said where? That in 2024, some money was...
No, the money that he has charged him of...
That's not 2024. That's 2020, 2021. Thereabout.
Yes.
It's not about 2024.
Yes. So, and he is saying that this money that I'm being accused of, this is how it was used.
Yes.
Right? So if this is how it was used, now you open the Pandora box, we'll have to go in
Let me read
and find out what happened.
Let me read one of the charges for you so we don't go misquoting the timelines. Count 1.
Yeah.
Kwada Edubwain, that you on or about February 5, 2020 in Accra and within the jurisdiction of this court did, under the guise of procuring a cyber defense system for the Republic of Ghana from ISC Holdings Limited, dishonestly appropriated the sum of about 27,100,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the Republic of Ghana with the intention of depriving the government of Ghana the same amount. Then it comes to March of 2020, where 1 million was also here said to have been misappropriated. Then to March 30, where 21 million for the same, implement or device was said to have been misappropriated. Okay? And then if you get to the count 4, it says in February and March 2020, in Accra and within the jurisdiction of this court, you did agree to act together to steal the sum of about 49,100,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the Republic of Ghana. So they are talking about matters of between February and March of 2020.
Yes, but something, you know that a crime, there is no bar to criminal activities. When it comes, a crime that has been committed, no matter the year.
That's not what we are talking about.
Yes.
We're talking about monies in 2024. What do they have to do with 2020?
But he has told. I'm sorry. But he has told.
Colgate Herbal combines nature's herbs with Colgate science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
Professor Kwete, this particular issue,
Yeah.
some within your friends,
Yes.
within the anti-corruption CSOs, have said he should have just sacked them for their failure to meet his 31st March deadline.
I first of all, I think we should commend the position he took and enforcing that, because for the 32 years we've been in the Fourth Republic, we hear about Access Declaration, nothing happens. In fact, on one occasion when we were talking to civil society groups, had met former President Akufo-Addo and talking about this corruption and anti-corruption measures. And somewhere along the line, it came up that he's trying to enforce this, but people are also attributing their non-compliance to cultural things. People were afraid that if they declare their assets in an extended family and inheritance, where it is nephews and nieces who inherit and so on, they could lose their lives. I mean, that kind of thing.
No, but so now the declaration is not public.
Yes, that it was.
So what's the fear?
But at that time, that's what the reasons they were given, and there were no mechanisms in place. So there was impunity. I think what President Mahama has done that needs to be commended is that the impunity time is over. Okay, you have to declare, there is time. He set the example. It was the first time we're seeing a president, signing and giving his forms away, which then triggered that everybody is obliged to comply. That compliance, the moral suasion is important, but